We now take a trot down memory lane at the UK's National Side Saddle Show, a highlight of which is the Costume Concours Elegance competition. Celebrating flamboyant fashions from bygone eras, riders present in historically inspired apparel, often painstakingly handmade by specialist design houses, such as Park Lady Equestrian Costumes near Salisbury.
I actually started out as a wedding photographer with my husband. We ended up going to a side saddle show to take some photos of my mum, who had just started riding side saddle. I had the privilege to see some of the riders doing the Concours Elegance costume class, and I thought, oh, it's just so beautiful and so elegant, and I need to have a go. So I promptly went to Lidl's and bought a sewing machine and started doing a lot of research on YouTube, and I've now got an impressive collection of books and patterns. Anybody can learn. I've taught myself. I started making my own costumes. I think I made 3 before I started making for other people. That was about 8 years ago. I tend to say to people, if you can find paintings, photographs, sometimes even old adverts from the Victorian period, bring those to me. Pink and Lilac one is actually a costume that's inspired by a painting by Alfred de Dieu. I believe the painting's called An Elegant Equestrian. That's going to be written in by a lovely lady called Lauren Redstone, The Weekend. The fabric itself is a watered silk, so it's got a little bit of a sheen, but it's got a different texture to it as well. So when it's moving around the ring, it's going to catch the light. I can do a costume in between 3 to 4 days, depending on the pattern, the fabric, and how much detailing we do on it. If, for example, I was to do the red and black costume with the blue brocade front, that's fairly simple. It's got a bit of braiding in there, so that's taken me about a week to do, and that's working flat out. A riding habit is made in the same way any tailored piece of garment would be. I personally use heavier weight fabrics, just because that's what was traditionally used. So wools, velvets, in some cases. I've actually interlined this with a cotton, so basically you have the outer layer of wool, you'll have the piece of cotton that will be treated as one piece of fabric, and then you have the lining as well. The 3 layers of fabric create a nice structure without it being too heavy, which means when you are riding, you're not too hot. They still had sewing machines in the Victorian times, so the main difference is the fabric that we use. So we've got a lot more synthetics, we have different weavings of materials. Some finishings that were done by hand, whereas now we would do them by machine. There's a hell of a lot of similarities to what we did back then and what we do now. When I started riding side saddle, that was around the time that the first season of Downton Abbey came out. It's affectionately known as the Downton Abbey effect, where everybody saw Lady Mary in that hunting scene, looking beautiful with her beautiful long skirts, and thought, oh, doesn't it look beautiful? I would love to ride side saddle. I think part of it is nostalgia. I think part of it is everybody wants to look glamorous and elegant. When you've got your jacket and your apron and your top hat, it makes you sit up taller, it makes you ride better, shine from inside out, and that makes such a difference. For the first time in probably around 6 years, I'm actually not going to be at the Side Saddle Nationals this year, but I'm thoroughly looking forward to seeing all the live streams and all the photos and seeing everybody in their finery. The biggest joy whilst making these is getting that feedback from people and go, look what I did at the weekend, and have a beautiful photo of them and their horse. That's what I love. The costumes are great, and I put heart and soul into every single one, but hearing the stories of the people that end up wearing them, that's what's special.
Addington Equestrian in Buckinghamshire is a hive of activity, playing host to the UK's National Side Saddle Show, with final preparations being made before the curtain goes up on one of the discipline's most elegant events.
Well, we have this 3-day show, Friday to Sunday evening, and we have over 70 classes. But one of our most popular competition is this costume Concours d'Elegance. I think it's really because the children and the adults just love getting dressed up, and also the spectators just love that class. And everybody's in different outfits. It's just amazing.
I've been riding side saddle for like a year and a half. My mum brushes the ponies until they shine like the stars, and then puts me on them, and then she builds my outfit up. I like to dress up in like costumes just like this one.
The Concours d'Elegance is one of our showpieces, probably one of our most entered classes, and it gives them a chance to showcase both their own skills as costume designers, their horses' capabilities and appearance, and do something a little different with the costume.
So this is a costume made by Park Lady Equestrian, and I was lucky enough to buy one of her costumes last year. Once it's all on, very elegant. The getting it on bit, not so much, but yeah, it makes you really feel like you're stepping back in time. So this is Freckles. He is a 10-year-old Irish sports horse that we originally bought to events, but he decided that cross-country on his own is not so fun. We did a first show within 2 weeks and we have not stopped. He is an absolute gent, and that is generally what a lady's side saddle horse should be. It should be a gentle, respectful horse that is going to carry you around the countryside.
Well, most ponies and horses, if they're well schooled, all of them do take to side saddle. The side saddle is a little bit longer and heavier than a stride saddle, so you introduce it gradually, and over a few weeks the horse and pony normally take to it. And as you have your right leg over to the side, you will be carrying a little whip in your right hand.
Well, the costume concours, because it's judged on the costume, we have to do it rather like the car concours competitions, that it's the finest, the best, the most suitable, most pleasing to the eye. The judges would be looking for a costume which fits well, is suitable for the figure, shall we say, of the lady, the type of horse she is riding, and just generally the pleasing aspect and how well made the costume is.
Whenever I have the outfit on, I feel warm and pretty. I like the way that all the ladies, how they look so elegant whenever they have the historical outfits on.
So it really does make you feel like you step back in time, just the elegance of it all. And a lot of the bigger shows will be in the main arenas. It's just a real great honour to be able to ride around in those wonderful classes. It's not a group sport because we're all competing as individuals, but everyone is here to help each other.
I think we should always uphold the traditions because they are part of the heritage, and from the era when side saddle was at its absolute heyday. It just doesn't have any class distinction, and I hope to think that the association is friendly and we embrace all people.
Last year we celebrated our 50th anniversary of the association. It was formed really to protect and promote this elegant art of riding. And now we have over 800 members, ranging from 5 years to senior riders. And we just want to keep it going for years to come.